banked out of cars. The police had to get involved, and it's an unexpected piece of commotion that we weren't planning on.
Yeah, dude, it was something to watch. I came out just in time to see that guy. He faith-owed a little bit, and the cops took him down pretty hard right in the middle of the road. And,
Yeah.
and of course
Very close to him out there.
then of course we start chanting USA and back the blue. Why wouldn't we? That's
In fact, you can see a bunch of police officers here. From what we've been told, the police were very decisive. Obviously, they're facilitating free speech, they're facilitating protest, but they're making sure that everything has to stay well behaved and well behaved. So listen, your show, man. You guys have been a partner for Election Integrity. You're streaming the live stream with Steve Stern and I. That's taking place every couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Tell us about your show. Tell us about the topics that you are really passionate about right now.
Yeah, well, I think we've done the simulcast of the election integrity call 6 or 8 times so far, so I'm excited about that.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Dude. And it's a great journey that you're taking people on. It's cool. So my show is The Nunn Report. We're on weekdays at 4 Eastern Time on Rumble exclusively because I wouldn't last 5 minutes on YouTube. And
there you go. That's why you need to tune in.
I know that Rumble won't me, right?
Yeah.
And so, well, here comes a train. Yeah,
Something.
you
Keep
never
going.
know. So anyway, yeah. I mean, some of the topics we talk about, of course, are current events all the time, and from a political and cultural and societal, that sort of thing. But mostly, man, some of my hot topics, hot buttons, LGBTQ.
Yeah.
plus.
What's your opinion on that?
I mean, well, what happened? I mean, it's been hijacked, right? I mean, I have a lot of gay friends. Not a lot.
I just interviewed a gay gentleman right here.
And,
Yeah.
and the lesbian, gay, and bi community got hijacked by the rest of the alphabet, and they're starting. They realize that, but they just don't know how to get a divorce, and they need to get a divorce because it's making the rest of them that just want to live their lives and love who they want to love. Agree with it or not doesn't matter. They don't want to shove it down people's throats, and they don't. What I was talking with one guy, had him on my show, and from Gays Against Groomers, and he's like, their parades have become just a display of debauchery that they don't like. They don't like people walking around in their leather outfits and their dog outfits and all of this sort of thing because it just looks ridiculous.
It's really an affront on common sense. It's not really political. It's common sense. I was talking to someone earlier today, and he was commenting about how in some of these parades, these people are virtually naked.
Yes.
And there are minors there, children there. How does that work? I mean, how is that an acceptable thing? And importantly, I mean, forget me, I'm straight, but if the gay community themselves are seeing that what is being promoted, I don't want to even say promoted, what is being shoved down people's throat is not aligned with their own values, well, there you have it. This is a big hijack, just like you mentioned. So, guys, you got to be in touch with Dan. He is a colleague and a partner. How can people find your stuff on Rumble?
Yeah, well, it's just the Nunn Report on Rumble. That's all you got to type in, and you'll find me. And it's weekdays at 4 Eastern Time. It's a couple-hour show. And on X at the Nunn Report US. Those are my 2 platforms, and that's where you can find out what's going on. I invite you to come and join us one time. The best chat on Rumble.
Okay, which part of the country are you in?
Man, Seattle.
You're in Seattle, okay. So I'm kind of running an idea by you here.
Yeah.
Like we talked about a little bit earlier in the air-conditioned space, but so in Florida, and you may know this already, in Florida the folks got together and they said, hey, look, we're noticing that they're trying to put vaccine ingredients into the food.
Right.
So they're like, hey, we don't like that. Fair, right? That's fair. If you don't want to take a vaccine, that's your call, but don't put in the food, right? And especially don't do it without being labeled, obviously. But that bill to block vaccines being put in food or vaccine ingredients, that bill got blocked. Then we're talking about kids and family.
Right.
We have a bill that was requiring the parents to consent before medical treatment was given to their children that are minors. That's a good bill, right? What's bad about that? That bill got blocked. Another bill, don't let U.S. citizens vote. Don't let non-U.S. citizens vote in the elections. That got blocked. Looking at this, man, and we're in the red state of Florida, we're like, why? What is happening? What is going on? Maybe that's something that happened in, no disrespect, in Seattle.
Oh, you already can do that in Washington. They don't have to notify the parents at all.
See, right? What is up with that? So we said, look, These guys are getting more organized, more orchestrated, the establishment. What are we going to do to get more organized? How are we going to orchestrate more? So we came up with a crazy idea. Ready?
Better elections,
There you go.
better candidates.
And how do we do that? We came up with this idea. Tell me what you think. Reclaim Campaign. What do you think?
yeah, I like it.
You like it?
I like
Reclaim
it.
Campaign?
Yeah.
Reclaimcampaign.com. So we have a conference coming up in July 26th. And if you can, just share this with your audience.
Absolutely.
Because there may be some people in your audience that are where this conference taking place.
Definitely are.
Why would you come to reclaimcampaign.com on Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.? Why would you do that? 3 reasons. If you want to find more capable candidates that represent you, that know how to persuade low information voters, that know how to convince the public to vote for them, if you want to know how to find those candidates, got to go to reclaimcampaign.com. Or if you want to raise more money earlier in your location, so that once you find these candidates, you have the money to get them over the finish line.
Yes.
We're covering that. And thirdly, if you want to increase your political footprint, your political voice, your influence in your community, if you want to know how to do that, come to reclaimcampaign.com. That is what I think. This is me. I think we need to do it, because if we don't, even though we have an amazing president, a lot of activity trying to make us all like Seattle. It's crazy. That's what I think. What do you think?
Yeah, well, an R next to a person's name doesn't necessarily make them a America First conservative.
Boom. Right there.
And we see that on a national level, definitely. They're slowly getting sorted out. It's going to take time, man, because this didn't happen overnight. It took decades to get to where we're at.
Well said.
And so we will we'll just keep chipping away at it. And in the end, truth is always victorious.
Truth is always victorious. You heard that right here from Dan Nunn from the Nunn Report. Please go follow him at Nunn Report on Rumble. Subscribe. Don't just watch him. Subscribe. Share it with people in your community. How we get this sorted out is more people following, supporting, and subscribing voices like Dan. Dan, man,
you so much,
so much
Raj.
appreciate that. Oh. Not done yet. We're at Turning Point USA, day number 2.